I get Native Shabbos. We're going into this week, Parshas Azino. Azino Shemayim V'Dabayru Sishma Aretz Imrefi. What is the Torah talking to us? The Torah is speaking. What is speech? What is dibur? Dibur is where there is an abundance of energy, koyach. It's an ocean, a sea of knowledge, all types of possibilities, endless possibilities. So many possibilities. How many of us are stuck in possibilities without being able to express? It's like being closed off, not being able to release, to give out, to express. And that is a very it's a painful process that most of us here in Gullus are struggling with. Finding expression, finding my identity, who I am, who are you, and being able to express that. The Malchus is Peh, which is V'sishma Aretz Imrefi. Aretz is Malchus. Malchus is the vessel. And in that vessel there was a creation of a medaber, something that can speak and express itself. And that is where all that koyach and all that energy is just in its in the koyach. It's in the possibility, in the potential. That's the word I'm looking for. It's in its potential. And finally, there is a release. There is an expression. There is a purge. There's something that expresses itself. Without expression, we're dealing with all types of anxiety, depression, anger, resentment, different triggers, and all that is coming from a place of, if one is closed off, communicating with something else that's closed off, and creating a circle and a triangle effect of just lack of expression. And from that place of lack of expression, there is an inward, instead of giving out, it just builds and builds and builds until it causes all types of discomfort, judgments. So the Torah tells us this week that the Shemayim and the Aretz, the heaven and earth, are going to be witness to if we are doing what we need to do. What does that mean? They're going to be witness. These are just nice words. They're going to be witness to if we're doing the right thing. It says Chassidus, and this is also from Reb Nachman and Chassidus Chabad, that everything is working in a one on top of the other chain of command, from Malachim to the stars, the Kachavim, and everybody receives from one. The layer below receives from the one that's on top of it, until one on top of the other. For instance, the moon, the Levana, receives from the sun. The sun receives from its koyach, from the stars, and so on and so forth, until it gets to a place where we receive from the Sarim, which is the masters, and then from there, all these masters receive from one place klali, which that place receives from the Varavaya. They're all vibrations. Everything is a vibration, different expressions, until we get to a place that we're all receiving from. Ultimately, it comes from one place, from the Varavaya. Now, Reb Nachman explains that Our job is, the job from each and every Yid is to ultimately be a memshala, to have kingship over the Malachim. What are the Malachim? What are the angels? The angels are receiving from us. We are giving them parnasa, and they take it up. And once they take it up, it hits the place that it needs to hit from, and it goes to its destination. And from there, the shefa comes back down. Now, as this energy is moving and it's just trying to, it creates. How does it create? Based on what we're doing down here, that's what it moves up there. We have the key over here. In other words, without the body, when we're out of the body, we're just in a dream state. Imagine when you're in a dream and you want to run away from something and you can't run away from it because you're stuck. But in the body, in the guf, once we are coming down into this physical, and we have malchus, which is the peh, which is the mouth, and we have expression. From that place of expression, then comes the action, olam asiyah, physically doing something with my hands and creating, finishing the job, putting the hammer to the nail. We get to change the outcome. We get to change from this. All of a sudden, you can run already. You can express yourself. And once you express, change happens, because words have power. Words create. Now we know that when the Eibishter created the world, he did everything from a place of chesed, from a place of he just wanted to give. And once Adam was created on Rosh Hashanah, the work is on us that we do, and that triggers the flow. Now, based on the actions that one does, based on the actions that we do, that triggers, we're giving food, positive, high conscience, high vibration to the angels, to the malachim, and they go back up there, and then this is how we align it, and we go into flow. So really what it comes down to is it's our responsibility. It's up to each and every one of us to create that space of a positive flow, opening up a conduit, opening up a channel that can bring down the shefa that you're looking for. Now, there is different levels of vibration. In other words, when I'm in one space, in one state of mind, I am still receptive to other people's judgments. It's still able to catch. But then as we go up to a higher vibration, the less effect it has from the lower vibration, or it cancels it out completely. A higher vibration cancels out a lower vibration. If there is a sound, and then there is a sound that's louder than that, that's higher tone than that, you don't hear the lower sound. It just cancels it out. So if you want to know, the Torah says that what's going to be the witness, Shemayim va'aretz, since the aretz is down here, magnetic field, we're all connected to the ground. So we're pulling down the koyach, we're pulling down the energy. And whatever we pull down, whatever we do with that force, with that koyach, we're using the battery for whatever we're using it for, that sends it back up there, up to the heavens. And based on what you see in your life, that's what you're sending up. So if you don't like what you see, that means that you're still not aligned to where you need to be. Now, throughout the year, this is a big challenge, because even if one is to do the right thing, it still has to go through a level and layers of a filtration system. So if I can communicate with somebody, but if that person is not in the right state of mind, he can only receive as much as he can receive. And my intention can be as positive and as powerful as I want it to be, but still there's going to be resistance to receive that, because that person is not able to receive that level of compassion, because he is stuck. Shabbos Shuva, this is Shabbos Shuva, which is Shuva, means going back. We're going back to where? We're going back to, we have the koyach. A yid comes from a place higher than bechira, higher than choice. What does it mean, higher than choice? that you can actually create a new world, a new life for yourself. Level 50, which means that as we are sending up, as I'm doing a good deed, there is nothing that tops it. There is no filtration system. We're going all the way back to source. Shuva Yisrael Adavaya, right? Shuva Yisrael Adavaya Lekecha. Go back, Yisrael, till Havaya Elekecha. Elekecha is Teva, which is what we see in the world of, we call it Lego world. And Havaya is what's supplying all that. That's where there's unity, there's all oneness. In Elekecha, there is separation. Here in this world, we're living in a place of separation. And we need to connect to a place that goes all the way up Ad Havaya. And then on top of that, Ad Bichlal, which means that we're going up to a level higher than that. And that is what's happening on Shabbos Shuvah as we are entering in Yom Kippur, which is the day of cleansing automatically. Where does this take place? How do we connect? We connect from the heart. We connect from the fire of the heart. The heart is connection. It connects to everything. It's full of love, full of compassion, and that's where we are. That's where the magic happens. Right now we're in Tafshin Pei Dalet. Dalet is the Malchus, Dalas. It's an Ani. It's Gimel was what we spoke about at Rosh Hashanah, that one that gives, Goimel Chasadim. Dalet is when we're entering into the feminine, and it's time to start evolving. It's time to start, let the seed grow, let whatever needs to come out, finding self and going into full expression. So that's the opportunity and the work for this week on Shabbos Tshuva. This is not a process that's done from a place of fear, from a place of, it has to come from Simcha. If we tap into Simcha, if we're tapped into a level of presence, just accepting self as is, understanding, as long as I'm still in conflict with myself, I'm still restricting and I'm still not allowing it to flow. The first step is to identify where I'm blocked, where my pain is, accept it, to understand that that is just my vessel, that's not who I am, and getting in touch with my heart, which is what fills up the vessel. V'sishma aretz imrefi, expression. Start expressing yourself. Vidi devarim. What do I want? How do I feel? Expressing gratitude. Very powerful, expressing gratitude. How amazing is it that we are, whatever we have, whatever we are in life, all the opportunities and the children, the spouse, Shabbos, going into a place of absolute silence. Absolute silence. So have an awesome Shabbos in this amazing time that we are entering into, which we are going into Shar HaMishim. We're going into level 50, where Choshech is going to realize that nothing matters. Anything that's coming at you, anything that's being thrown at you, is really not who you are. We're much deeper than that, and we have much more to give and much more to connect from. So it should be a Shabbos of connection, a Shabbos of finding self, finding the heart, and entering into Shar HaMishim, level 50, where there's just sitting and sitting in gratitude all day long, allowing it to come forward. When we put something out, you talk, and you do, and you do. When you wind the car, and then you just have to let it run. You have to let it go. So go into a Shabbos of resting, a Shabbos of peace, Menichas HaNefesh, shutting down, and see what happens. See what comes out. Have an awesome Shabbos.